Hey guys, it's Taylor. Welcome back to Taylor Tech. Today we're going to be doing another product review looking at the Taishan D03K DAC from Fiio. This is a digital to analog converter, so it takes a digital signal in and puts an analog signal out. Uh, Overall, this device, while it's not exactly the most flexible device in the world, it is more or less perfect if it fits your use case based on its price and the quality that you get with it. So in terms of the physical overview of the device, first off, you can see it's extremely small. Fits in the palm of your hand. It's easy to hide or conceal in a home theater or a PC setup. Um, so on one end, you've got a Toslink optical input and a coaxial input, as well as a USB power input. On the other side of the device, you have RCA left and right outs, as well as an 1/8" TRS stereo out. On the bottom, you've got a switch to switch between optical and coaxial. And on the face of the device, you've got all your labels as well as a power and a locked indicator to let you know that the device has synced up with your digital input source. In terms of the specs of this device, it has a frequency response between 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz, which mimics the range of human hearing. It's got a greater than 95 decibels of dynamic range, so loud to quiet, it's got you covered. It's also got a 24-bit and 192 kilohertz frequency sampling rate for the digital source coming into it. And it's got a very, very flat frequency response. Fiio actually puts the frequency response for this device up on their website, and it's more or less a flat line with a few exceptions at the ends, which is normal for any device. So that flat frequency response and they list their distortion levels too by frequency, which are all very low, make this a great device. It's going to be more or less invisible in your signal chain. It's going to perfectly take that digital signal and give you a great analog output. So in terms of the features of the device, again, extremely simple. Toslink or coaxial input, 1/8" stereo or RCA output. Nothing fancy. In terms of limitations, it doesn't have any USB input or anything like that. So you are going to have to use the optical or the coaxial. The USB there is for power only. Also, it only supports PCM in terms of the digital input format. No Dolby, no DTS. In fact, they go so far as to, in the box, there's a little red card that falls out with it that lists that the device only accepts PCM, no Dolby, no DTS. It has no ability to decode those. So that really is only a problem with certain types of TVs. PCs, it's not going to be an issue at all. You have the ability to enable or disable Dolby and DTS on the fly. Some TVs only output Dolby or DTS on their digital outputs, so you might run into an issue there if you're wanting to use this for a TV to like a receiver or something like that. But check on your TV specifications to see if it supports PCM before you buy. Also, it's only a line level out. There's no volume control on this, and there's no amplification. So you can't expect to just plug a pair of headphones into this and go. It's not going to give an adequate signal for that. You really need to be going through a receiver or a mixer or some sort of amplifier for your headphones or other speakers. Finally, price range. So this guy typically retails for about 28 bucks. That's been the average on Amazon for quite some time. It occasionally dips down into the 20 range, and I think it hit like 17 once. But you should expect to pay about $28 for it, which based on what it does, that's actually a really good price. In terms of my impressions of the device, the audio quality that it gives is absolutely fantastic. It gave me very sharp and clear audio. There was no muddiness to it. There was no, I didn't feel like any frequency ranges were missing. And I actually felt like I was able to hear more of the songs that I was listening to than previously. I'm a big Lindsey Sterling fan, and I was listening to one of her songs. I think it was "Take Flight," and at the very end of the song, you could actually hear the bow noise, as because at that song it exits very quietly, and it was just you could barely pick it up. If you didn't play violin, you wouldn't really hear it, but it was kind of cool to me to hear something in a song that I'd never heard before. In terms of ease of use, it quite simply couldn't get any easier. you plug in your digital source, you plug in your USB, select optical or coaxial based on what your source is, and then plug in your output and you're done. For a PC or TV, you might have to set up the digital output to make sure that you're outputting in PCM format. It is the default format for most PCs, although you may have to go in and disable Dolby and DTS, which it's very simple in Windows settings. You just go to your SPDIF output device and make sure you deselect Dolby and DTS. So finally, for the value, this device is an excellent value. If it fits your use case, so you're going to be going from a digital device to some sort of amplification device that only accepts an analog input, it's a great value. I am very happy with this device. I'm glad I have it in my chain coming out from my computer, and I've couldn't be happier with it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my review of the Taishan D03K from Fiio. If you like this video, throw a like on it. Also, if you have any comments or feedback for me, leave them in the comments section below. I love interacting with y'all. If you're not currently subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe for more videos like this one in the future. And also, in the description section of the video below the fold, there's a list of places you can find me online, like Twitter, Steam, Reddit, and NoQuarter.org, my gaming organization. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.